next question is a two-parter. So the first part is, so since or as someone who's interacted with many senior leaders and executives, now what are some of the key or most important traits that you observed in these senior leaders? And also, how would you describe their daily habits of these high-performing individuals? So what can we take away from that?
Okay, so when we talk about the daily habits or the traits of a senior leader, now uh, we need to understand one very, very important aspect, that a senior leader is the person who should be a role model. That's the most important thing. Now, when you are actually running a family, as a father or a mother, you are running a family. Now your child is there. Now, you want to make sure that your child is successful. Okay, and for the child you are the role model. As a parent, you are the role model for the child. You are the first role model for your child. Okay, and anything happens, the child may not be performing or may not be doing well, you put all your best effort to make sure that the child is performing, or whatever is required to be given, whether it is skills or whether it is support system, whatever is required you provide to your child. And you give direction also, in which directions we have to move. We guide, we mentor the child. Similarly, a leader has to be a role model. This is very, very important aspects. A leader should be looked as a mentor. So when the employees are there, they see, okay, I know this person, and he is the best mentor that I have ever found, and he's the person who can help me grow and build my career path. So that's one of the very important skill. A leader has to be a role model to nurture each and every employee in the organization, at least his direct reports, if not all the employees, the direct reports. Now, coming to the habits part. So when we talk about habits, then the most important habits that I have seen in most of the very successful and senior leaders is, first is they get up early. They get up early, much earlier than rest of the people who would get up, because the first half of the day, right? Most people say that, if I work in the first half of the day, which is from 9 a.m. to 12 a.m., is more productive than the second half of the day. But before 9 a.m. is much more productive than between 9 to 12. So there are leaders who get up between 5 and 6. Some people get up even earlier than that. That's a very common trait, because what you can achieve in that time between 4 to 9 a.m. is much, much more. Probably you will achieve everything that you wanted to achieve during the day, right? So that's the very important habit. Second very important habit is reading, because a leader has to have a perspective. A perspective can be got from, you cannot become, how if you are becoming negative, where are the opportunities for you to understand what can be done better. And that comes from books. So every senior successful leader, CEOs, successful entrepreneurs, they have the habit of reading. And reading is a very, very important habit. Even if you cannot find time to read, you read for 15 minutes. What's important is to have the consistency of reading every single day. When I'm saying this, reading does not mean that a leader would spend 3 to 4 hours reading. No, they may spend just 15 hours, maybe just half an hour, maybe just read that one page. But doing it consistently every single day is more important than not doing it at all, or reading one day and not reading the other day, right? So this is very important. Now, why we say this? These are all habits. When we build this habit, the way we do one thing, we can do all the other things in the same way. When you say that I'm consistent in doing something, everything, in every role, responsibilities, every occasions where you have to step up and you have to do something for the organizations, you will be able to build a very consistent culture in your company. So that builds the consistency, and it gives you perspectives, different perspectives of how to run or how to think, or what are the ways in which I can do something differently. So it actually is food to your brain. So when you are reading that, so this is very important. Third is, they plan their day. They plan their day and the week. Now, planning is so very important that, I would say that so many startup owners I have come across, 95% of the people don't even plan. It's like they are running the business, they are running the startups. And if I again take an example, let's say you have a car, it's full tank, you start driving in the morning. In the morning, you take out your car and keep driving till the time you become tired. And towards the evening, you come back home. Most of the companies run like that. Most of the inexperienced startup founders, they run business like that. They get up in the morning, they get into the car, they keep driving till the time they become tired and come back home. Okay. But we need to know the direction. We need to know what is the milestone that I want to achieve. What is the destination for me for today? What are the tasks that I need to accomplish? How many customers I need to get them onboarded? What is the revenue that I need to generate? And that too, not just I need to generate, but I need to generate for today or for this particular week. So planning is very important. Planning can actually ensure that you are ahead of your competition. This is one single strategy which you can implement in your organization or as an individual also. If you plan your day, you can be ahead of your competition, much ahead by your competition, maybe by 6 months or maybe by 1 year or even more. Okay, so that every leader, they will plan first thing in the morning. They plan their day to understand what I should accomplish, because moment you write down what you want to do, automatically some of these things start happening during the day. So that's the third very important aspect. Coming to the fourth one is, every leader visualizes in terms of where I want to reach. Just the planning is not important, but making sure mind, body, spirit, everything is aligned to achieve that. For that, we need to do visualization. Now, how is it possible that some of the very senior successful leaders, if we talk about Infosys, Narayan Murthy, how did he get the thought that he wants to build such a large organization? It's only comes because of visualization. It only happens because they are able to see something even before that has happened. So visualizing a goal and thinking about it the first thing in the morning, that's very important. So that sets your pace, your speed, that sets your day, because that you have done all that is required for you to take off for that particular day, and now you can go to your work. And another very important thing, they don't create dependency on themselves. So there are so many activities that a leader has to do. Now, if he has to finish that activity during the day and your team members are dependent on you, you have not given them what is required by them. Okay, their work is getting stalled or it is getting moved to the next day. The productivity is getting lost. So they don't get dependency on themselves. They finish everything that they have to do and give the inputs to their teams. They do it first thing in the morning, finish that off, and then take up new creative things or strategic direction to think about what they can do during the day. They go and meet the customers or have discussions with the leadership team as to how the vision should be implemented. So these are some of the key very, very key differences which I have seen. And if you implement this, it is guaranteed that you will be successful in anything that you pick up.